Hey guys, what's going on? Vincent with Fit to Succeed. I was just working out, excuse the hair, mess, sweat, all that. But during my workout, I was thinking about like when I train people, how do I break down a certain exercise? So for you guys today, I'm gonna be talking about the bench press checklist. I do wish I had a bigger whiteboard, but I don't. So we're just gonna work with what we have. So let's get into the video. All right guys, as I said, we're gonna be going through the checklist. So first I'm gonna be discussing it, and then I'm going to be showing you based on the steps. So if you have any questions after the video, feel free to drop a comment and we'll go from there. So before we go into the checklist, I do want to mention I am NASM certified personal trainer, as well as a strength enhancement specialist, as well as a fitness nutrition specialist. Just the fancy names basically mean I studied what I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about, and yeah, so of course there's always something new to learn. So if you feel like I missed something, like I said, comments, that's what they're for. Let me know. I'm all for criticism. This is going to be my first video teaching you guys about how to do a certain movement. Let's see how it goes. So step one, we do have safety. So basically, is it safe? Is there weights around me? Is there anything that's going to get in my way just in case I either mess up or during the workout? I do recommend I do recommend bench pressing inside of a squat rack if you're alone, because they do have some sidebars on them for safety. That's if you don't have a spotter, and if you do have a spotter, make sure your spotter knows that what you're going to be doing, and make sure they know how to spot. Number two, we're going to be going over the feet. Your feet should be planted. I teach them flat-footed. A lot of people do it on their toes, but there are some things that could be dangerous, but at the same time, it is a comfort thing. Some people feel like they have more power on their toes, but I feel, based on myself as well as what I've seen and what I've studied, is that flat-footed is a lot more stabilized and you get a lot more strength out of it. Because believe it or not, you do use your feet when you are working your bench press. Okay? It's not just the chest and your arms, you're also using your feet, your legs, lower back, everything. Step number three is going to be the eyes. You need to be eye level with the bar, especially depending on the accessories you have. Sometimes the rungs or the J hooks or whatever's holding the bar on the rack is really far out. And with your eye level, you're going to be pressing around your chest, right? So if you're eye level, the bar is going to come down to your chest. It won't hit the rungs or J hooks as you're coming up, because it's dangerous. It'll throw you off. All right. Number four is going to be our thumbs. So there's a certain hand placement that I like to do. I am experimenting with another, but for now, we're just going to be talking about our thumbs. You need to place your thumbs at the edge of the knurling. The knurling is the rough part of the bar. Place your thumbs, open up your hands, and grab there. Next is your arch. You need to arch your back. Arching your back is not the right term. The right term is engage your glutes. But I find that if you arch your back, you're pushing down with your feet, which is why I use the arch your back. 6 is breathe. So you need to make sure when you lift off, you're holding your breath. Lift off, and then you can breathe there, right? But breathing is very important. It provides stabilization in your core. Number 7 is your lift. So like I said, you're getting ready, you're getting set, hold your breath, and then lift off. And that's where the lift comes in. After the lift is stabilize. It's not just a lift and then go. It's a lift, stabilize, and then go. So that's what stabilize is for. Make sure you stabilize. A lot of people will lift and they'll go all crooked. Number 9 is breathe again. You have to make sure you're breathing at the same time. There's different ways of working. I will explain this second breathing portion during the actual when I'm showing you. It's too damn early in the morning. And then 10 is work. Basically, you start moving the weight. So with that being said, if you feel like you need to go over these again, go ahead and go over. But this is just a mental checklist that I do every time I'm lifting to provide not only the best bench press that I could give personally, but as well as just safety and comfort. Everybody does things a little different, but this is just a great beginner's checklist. Let's get into the actual exercise and stuff. All right, guys. So like I said, explained it. verbally. Now let's physically explain it and show you what I mean by each step. Step one is safety. Is it safe? Is there anything that's going to get in my way during the movement? Now, like I was explaining before, bench pressing inside of a squat rack. I personally work out by myself, so I bench press inside of a squat rack. So my safety is going to be the safety bars here, and I will show you what those mean in a second. But this is going to help me, so if I can't complete the rep, instead of the bar just hitting me in the chest or me getting stuck, these bars will help me slide underneath. So that's what I mean by safety. If you have a spotter, again, the spotter can help you out. Step two is feet. So with my feet, I plant them and I make sure my toes and knees are pointing out, because this position here engages my glutes, right? So when I push down with my feet, my glutes are now engaged. So now the energy from my feet that I'm pressing down can transition all the way up to my chest. A lot of people, like I said, like to be here, right? They'll be on their toes and they'll push from there. That's not necessarily bad, but at the same time, what I notice is when people are pushing, especially if they're inexperienced or if they're just learning, they push, and if they're moving around or shaking because they don't have proper control, they can twist their ankle with the weight underneath, and now they mess their ankles up, which is why I teach feet flat. You can't twist your ankle this way. So once again, it's just a safety and comfort thing for me personally, which I train my clients. The next step, 3, which is eyes. So are my eyes leveled with the bar? Like I explained before, if your eyes aren't leveled with the bar, especially with the rungs I have, which I'll show you in a second, they're really far out. So if my eyes aren't level, I'm gonna hit it. So let's go ahead and give you a quick demonstration on what that looks like as far as hitting the rungs, as far as my eyes not being leveled. Feet are planted, right? I'm pressing down with my feet, okay? So I'm currently eye level. So it's very difficult because sometimes when you're eye level, you think you are, but really you're not. Right now, the bar is in a straight line to my chest. Now, if it's real hard to see from the angle you're at, but just take my word for it, the bar is here. So if I start pressing from here, right, and I go down to my chest and press up, you see that? I hit that rung there because the rungs are really far up. Right, you hit rungs and you stabilize. So when you're bench pressing and you hit a rung and you're feeling real good, it's just gonna throw you off. So make sure you are eye level, such as here. So I move down a little bit. Now I'm eye level. So when I press, I'm pressing way out here, right, away from the rungs. It's kind of hard to see. God, it's a bad angle. Way far from the rungs than I am pressing here. This little difference here makes a big difference when you're tired or when you're benching head over. All right, guys, so next we're gonna go over the next steps, which is gonna be our thumbs and our arching of the back. I'm gonna combine them both just to make the video go a little faster. So we're gonna be talking about our thumbs at the edge of the knurling. This rough part here is knurling. This is where we want our thumbs when we set up. Now the arch in the back helps us engage our chest and engage our back to provide stabilization. Believe it or not, like I said, you're not just working your chest, you're also working your lower back, you're working your feet when you're bench pressing. So we need to make sure that we know how to use those muscles to help stabilize. So when I'm under here, I find the knurling and I put the tip of my thumb on there. As the tip of my thumb is there, then I open my hand really wide, keeping the tip at the edge of the knurling and the smooth part. From there, wherever my hand lands, that's where I keep it. And then I do the same thing on this side here. Open and grab, wrap the thumbs. Do not lift like this, because if you're lifting, the bar can slip and it will fall on your chest. With that being said, if I'm benching and I get stuck, that's what I was talking about, the safety bars. If I get stuck, I'm safe. The safety bars caught it. So make sure you're safe, as well as thumbs, okay? All right, so after you wrap your thumbs, I'm eye level, feet are there, feet are stabilized, eye level, right? Thumbs are wrapped and grabbed and wrapped. Then you wanna arch your back. A lot of times people will lift from this position here. What this means is they're not pressing down with their feet, and it means they're not engaging their back and their butt. So make sure after you wrap, arch your back. That means you're tightening. So when you lift, you look like this. You look like this instead of this. This is relaxed. I'm not engaging my back. I'm engaging my back and sticking my chest out. Now I'm engaging my chest to help use the chest as a workout. Relaxed. Look, I'm unstable. All right, see that? That's our next step, is stabilize. Arch your back, right? Now I'm stable, unstable. So arch your back before you lift so you can keep the stability when you're ready to lift. All right, next is gonna be your breathing. So you have to make sure that you hold your breath when you lift off. This is a little different for everybody else, but this is the way I teach it because you need to learn to support your core. When you hold your breath, a lot of people want to hold their breath in their chest here. Chest rises, right? But in reality, you need to hold it in your stomach. So the difference is, if I hold my breath in my chest comes out. But this is doing nothing for my core. My core is really loosened up. So you have to hold your breath in your stomach. So this is supporting my core so I don't hurt my back. And it's real hard to feel it, but once you feel this instead of this, then that means you're holding your breath right, okay? Lower, not upper. Hold the breath here, not here. So let me show you what that looks like in my stomach. I'm holding my breath, right? I'm not here, because this hurts my back if I'm holding the breath up here. I'm here. And I feel completely supported all through here. So you need to do that, hold your breath. Then lift. After you lift, you can breathe a little bit and hold your breath. Make sure you're stabilized. Being stabilized means you're here, you're controlling the weight. If you're unstable, you're doing this. And doing this means you're not holding your breath. It means you're not supported. It means you're not engaging your back and engaging your feet. So make sure you push down with the feet, hold the breath, and you're stabilized now. Now from here, before you're about to lift, there's two ways you can breathe. You can breathe in. In on the way down. Out on the way up. Or you can hold your breath here. As you're holding it, coming down, you're holding your breath. Breathe out, push up. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Again. So that's a quick checklist that you can follow. Of course, you can switch things up based on what you know and don't know. Everybody has their own level of fitness or their own knowledge of fitness. So make sure if someone does critique you, like I'm sure I will get critiqued, you don't take it in a negative way. At the same time, if they're critiquing you in a negative way, being rude, just make sure that you just ignore it, don't respond to it, because a lot of times, especially in the fitness world, everybody thinks they're better than everybody. They think they know more than everybody, and you're gonna run into it a lot. Any real fitness person, not just a trainer, but anybody that's really into fitness and learning are the ones that are gonna support you, not put you down. So if you're having trouble with the exercise, or you feel like I missed something, or you're not clear on something, feel free, put it in the comments, I'll respond to you, or you can email me if you have any fitness related questions. My personal or my fitness email will be there. So hopefully that helped you guys, and I will be coming up with another video, or if you want to see a certain exercise, feel free to let me know, and I will go over it if I do know it. There's a lot of exercise I'm still learning as far as technique or perfecting technique, but I would do my best to help you out with whatever you need to learn. So we'll see you guys next time. Don't forget, in the description, click the Teespring link, see what kind of Fit to Succeed product I have. There's my social medias are down there as well. I'm also working on fitness programs, not necessarily my personal fitness programs, but I'm purchasing some and trying them out to give you my feedback, as well as giving it to you for free. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we will see you next time. Bye. Feet are flat, kind of hard to see. Feet are flat, and laying down, making sure I'm eye level, moving the bar
to the center. Okay, back's arched. Here, wrap. And if you get stuck, safety bars, and slide out.